teams featured on stream next, the Toronto Defiant versus the Atlanta Reign. Toronto having a better start than Atlanta.
Heavily limited.
Hotba's already at 25% HP, and Twilight to pop the rally, and Toronto use this moment to surge into Atlanta, and OG blows the sound barrier. He's the first to fall, and Hotba gets the farm up to 60% backside, and Nero's gonna be above them. Hawk has a pretty big rampage, but how deep does he want to go? It's the rampage first from Hotba just to help Toronto break out, as Hawk is hiding to wait for the anti-heal to wear off. But I mean, Atlanta Reign, oh no, that is not it. You waited way too long for that, Hawk.
If he'd gone into the underground using that rampage, there's going to be no chance to touch here.
Charge, nothing found by Kai. Toronto no maybe using this moment, but they're in the middle of a disruptor shot from Kai, and they don't know whether to keep engaging or disengaging, and Toronto are left without supports. So Atlanta Reign will get even more of a lead.
So the healing is here alongside, of course, with the Lucio big rampage.
Rampage hits 2, and Chorong is executed during the anti-heal. Hotba was able to survive, providing some kind of frontline presence, because Toronto have to keep touching this point because it's overtime. And Atlanta Reign are done playing with their food. They're taking care of Hotba, and after that, there really will be nothing left of Toronto. So a great job from the Atlanta Reign on this point. We will be going into round 3 once we find where Chorong just went.
Chorong is hiding on the backside of a pavilion. The speed boost isn't enough to help you. The fast feet aren't faster than...
Disruptor shot right at the stairs, but Toronto, they just speed past it, and Kai has gotten no attention, no pressure. Toronto just try to collapse onto Hawk, and I don't know where the focus fire is, but it's a flawless round 3. It's already been a sound barrier and a Nero blade, and not a single kill for either side. You exchange Bob, sound barrier 2 from Toronto. Aldo has a chance to stand out, but Kai jumps up and executes Hisu before he can react. And the lack of mobility may harm Hisu at the end. Aldo's blade is barely having an impact until all of Toronto finally focus fire down the targets of Atlanta. But man, it's 99 for Atlanta, so Toronto may get the... Toronto just surviving means time for Hotba and Twilight to get back, but just without those heals, now Toronto don't have any supports at all. This is an Atlanta fight. It's just how quickly can they finish off these targets. It's Hotba, I think, and maybe Chorong's floating around. No, he's finished off too, so Atlanta just getting the flip. It's all a matter of time before they win.
That all comes off the back of a rampage differential. Hawk simply does more, and Hotba, it was a very strange choice from him. Sort of the same as when Toronto Defiant just ulted into Spawn when they had control on University.
And he shouts yet. Maybe there was a pull onto someone from Atlanta, but Kai's out in the open and almost misses the jump into the doorway. Kai decides to flank and takes a knife to the dome, and that is a big opener for Toronto to finish off this fight.
Nero dying down here, Hawk caught in the corner. It's just a wiggle with the axe so that everybody can have some. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet of pain presented by the Toronto Defiant. One tick's all they got so far, but they'll get far more than that.
Because now Kai can just sit in Narnia and get charge-up shots off Toronto, who have an even harder time to gap close based on that main road they took. Aldo will dash through, use the blade, and the supports from Atlanta Reign fall over. Chorong is still the only healer remaining, and it's for the attack of Toronto, who are desperate to get this card at the end, and they only have to remove Kai, and the job is done. Yeah, I also wonder where Atlanta are going to want to engage from, and they round the corner and get rampaged into by Hotba, as Hawk has the perfect response right back, and he's in deep. Hotba, Chorong, and Hisu were anti-healed, and the overclock from Kai was just the cherry on top. So Atlanta will hold the defense for now. Atlanta will have Nero come back on the Tracer, and all they have to do is survive, but the barrier is a lot of sustain from Chorong because Twilight isn't there. Toronto have to kill as quickly as they can, but the rampage from Hawk pierces through Hisu. He's done for. Chorong's in a 1v2, and he just doesn't have the damage, so Toronto will not be completing the map.
Here's the question.
They just speed
from Kai.
Yeah, they're just going right after Hotba immediately, and Chorong is booping everyone down. So this is amazing peel from Toronto, who've already killed Kai. So just needing to hold on a bit more. Aldo gets punished on his dash, and we're left with the 3-on-1 in favor of Atlanta. So wow, what a bunker down. Gets knife pulled, not finished off. He's able to use his speed to get back into cover, but now Twilight and Chorong are separated, and then Nero finds a perfect moment while Twilight is slow to use the blade, chases down Chorong, no healers for Toronto, and Respawn
respawn advantage doesn't matter when you're all dead. So Atlanta Reign.
Ground positioning, but Bob's already been used to mess with this formation.
Hawk uses Rampage to disengage because Atlanta Reign was just trying to leave, so the Bob was out of range, but Atlanta are just disconnected on their rotations. Now they re-engage into the card after trying to leave it originally, and Toronto surround them and pound them, and that is Toronto Defiant matching up the series 1-1.
That was a great response from Toronto Defiant, not perturbed by the May, realizing that, hey,
Nero's blade, but Atlanta Reign were too far, so Toronto were not in accessible range. This sound barrier got them nothing, but this Kai Bob forces Toronto to have to go forward. Twilight's paying attention to the Bob, and no one else is, so he wasn't there to pack, although during his blade or anyone else, Toronto get completely disconnected in the chaos. Toronto are up 5 versus 4, and Atlanta Reign still think it's winnable. They're using Rampage. Hawk hits only Hoppa and Chorog. Twilight's close to rally, and this could come out immediately because Hoppa's in trouble. But all the self-healing that the Axe has keeps Hoppa up, and Toronto win the fight. Wait for the card to get as close to point B as possible. The Bob is thrown, so maybe you don't actually have to sit on it, but Hoppa's anchoring anyway. He rampages and gets full supports of Atlanta, but OG's sound barrier is what keeps them alive and well. And you see that Hawk is on the chase now with a rampage, and this is beautiful stuff with the Nero blade. He gets bopped by a Lucio. It's up to Twilight. He's gonna rally in a 1v3, but here comes Chorong. He's close to sound barrier, but do you really want to invest all of that for maybe a point B hold? There's only 2 members of Atlanta left, so I guess this is winnable, and the expertise of Twilight to make that call is why you have him on the team. Atlanta's attacking road. Single kill has happened. That's how quick the disengage was from Atlanta using the speed and the shout. But now they're all within dash range, and although gets the execute on a Nero is after the backline. Good deflect on the Kai, but really this fight is done and dusted. A really good rotational job by Toronto. You're just kind of letting Toronto recover, and I think just Atlanta are waiting out the rally from Twilight. Now Toronto have the high ground. Nero and Kai could be in trouble. They are accessible. Kisu drops the Bob, and Atlanta, they can't hide away, or Toronto are gonna cap and win the map. And really, Atlanta Reign just being stuck out in the open with 6 members of Toronto. Atlanta didn't stand a chance. So Toronto Defiant go to the box of victory and are on series points. A shot from Kai. Overclock at the ready. All those blade forced out the sounder and the rally. So the fact that all those survives through all of this is massive. Now the re-engage from Atlanta, but Hawk gets chalked down as soon as he enters. And the sound barrier from Chorong allows Toronto to survive that rampage from Atlanta. And as soon as Hawk is out of the picture, all the dominoes of Atlanta Reign fall behind them.
On the rally and be able to just force Atlanta Reign back and give over more space to try and get the objective lead.
And Atlanta need to take a fight here if they want to deny the lead change, but Toronto have just gotten it now, and it's too late for Atlanta, but they can try and salvage this. They have the rally, and Ultraviolet's too low, so that did not get its maximum value. All those blades doing work. Takes care of OG too, and now there's no speed, no healing, and Atlanta gotta get down on their knees and pray they get stacked. Just look a lot better, not, taking these fights 5-on-5. Sound barrier for Chorong in response to the Nero blade. Rally from Ultraviolet for the sustain of Atlanta, matched by Twilight, but Toronto have a really aggressive push going, and Hawk, he knows what's coming. He rampages them down as Toronto's supports are anti-healed, and they have to play passive, and that's why Hoppa didn't get enough help. Chorong gets pulled right into the loving arms of Hawk, who didn't get the finish, and Atlanta Reign aren't in the healthiest state either. They only have 2 members left versus the 4 of Toronto, so this push not going any further is massively bad for Atlanta.
Conditions for Atlanta Reign in the blade, in the rampage, and in the overclock. Twilight should have been the one to answer that, but an early engagement tries to mess with this.
Oh, that's a massive rampage from Hawk, but it's the follow-up that matters, and Twilight is dueling up against Ultraviolet, and I don't think Atlanta Reign really care, but they might miss out on that healing because Alto's getting resets off of just the initial damage that exists, and Toronto might have just taken the series because there's no one left from Atlanta to even contest. What a series. Toronto Defiant win on their own country's map. Congratulations to them. Atlanta Reign will fall 0-2 at the start of the qualifiers.
It's all too appropriate that they would win on new...